The work is all done by elves around here. That's how everything is done. Hey, welcome. Good morning. Glad you're here at Connections Church. We've got actually something a little special in store for you today. The bulk of the rest of our time is going to be an interview with Travis and Gia Key. Now, Travis is what I always dreamed of being. A professional football player. And some of you may know Travis pretty well, maybe follow a little of his career because he's from the Three Rivers area. Some of maybe of you haven't had an opportunity to do that. So not long ago, Elevate News was able to do an interview with Travis. And we thought that maybe showing you this interview would give you a little bit of an idea of just kind of the spirit and the heart of Travis. So here's Elevate News' interview with Travis.
Travis, I'm so excited you could sit down and do this interview. I know you're a really busy guy, have a lot of things going on, so I really appreciate it. Actually, something a lot of people might not know is you and I, we went to high school together.
High school?
Yeah, high school. We went to high school together, remember that?
High school.
High school. Don't you remember? Never mind, don't worry about it. Anyways, just thanks for taking the time to do this interview with us. How did you get to do this interview?
Walk-on tryouts.
Walk-on tryouts? Really? They have walk-on tryouts for this? It's pretty impressive. Was it pretty easy? Was it difficult?
It was going to be pretty hard for me to, get into the rotation.
So, Travis, since it has been a while, I don't know if you noticed, but I have been lifting some weights, hitting the gym, treadmill. What do you think?
I can tell.
Really? Athlete to athlete, that just means a ton. I appreciate that so much. Actually, I was wanting to ask you if you had to give me another job title besides student ministries director. What kind of job would you put me at doing?
Strength coach.
Wow, thanks, man. I never saw myself in strength coach. Now that you mention it, I could see myself doing that, I guess. I have a few things to teach people, I suppose. Hey, Charles, can you turn that music down? It's kind of annoying. We are trying to do an interview here. I know you're at home via satellite, but we are trying to do this here.
They did everything that they wanted me to do. They filmed everything.
I understand that, Travis, but seriously, dude, that music is so distracting. You know what? Don't even worry about it. Just okay, going back to this conversation. If you and I were lifting contests, or let's say running, because obviously I'm fast. If you and I were in a race or lifting contest, who would win?
I study my opponent well.
Well, so do I, my friend.
It's going to be pretty hard.
Fine. I understand. You know, you just can't bring yourself to say it. Just keep going on here. So, tell me about your spiritual journey up to this point on a more serious note. Kind of give us a rundown of that, would you, Travis?
Showed up on campus.
Oh, you mean by coming to this campus we meet on for church here at Connections? That's where it started?
They did everything that they wanted me to do.
Travis, what are you even talking about?
I went over to the football office.
Travis, I didn't even ask you about football. I asked you about your spiritual journey.
I can tell.
Then why didn't you answer my question? I'm seriously, I feel like we're on two completely different pages.
They did everything that they wanted me to do.
Well, Travis, obviously, this isn't going anywhere. So I appreciate the time. I hate to cut it short, but I've really got some important things to do. So thanks for doing this interview with us.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be pretty hard.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Well, hopefully this interview will go a little bit better. So welcome Travis and Gia Key, all right?
Thanks, Mike.
I was not responsible for that video. I had nothing to do with it. It was entirely Elkin's, all right?
Pretty creative.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now, professional football player. That must be one glamorous life. You pretty much kind of made a shade, don't you, Travis?
Well, I'm definitely blessed to be in the position that I'm in. But
it's not all peaches and cream.
It's
you know,
not all peaches and cream,
exactly.
okay? You know, I think it's interesting. Most people probably have a misconception of what life in professional sports is like. Because, you know, we look at it, look, you watch ESPN, at least spiritual people watch ESPN, all right? And so we check it out and we see things, but I don't really think that people understand the incredible uncertainty that people live with when this is the career path, you know, that you have chosen. But God has prepared you for this particular career path, hasn't he, Travis?
Yes, he has.
Now, your story actually began, where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Chicago, in the south suburb of Chicago, in Harvey, Illinois.
Okay, and you ended up moving to Three Rivers when you were in middle school, and what precipitated that move over to God's country?
Well, it was definitely a blessing. You know, my mother decided that it would definitely be a better situation for me and my brother to come up here and finish high school, go through high school, and you know, just have a more positive atmosphere.
Cool. So your mom basically, I mean, that's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, single mom, uproot, you know, 2 of her kids, move all the way over here. But she did that because she was she a little worried about you?
Yeah, you know, I wasn't always the greatest kid around. I used to get in a little trouble. But my mom, you know, she sat me down and told me that this would definitely be a clean slate for me to get a new start. She said, you know, no one knows about my past, no one knows, you know, the things that I used to do or whatever, and this would be a great chance to start over and make a great impression and, you know, just turn my life around. And I'm thankful that she decided to make it.
Yeah, and a courageous move, by the way. I mean, a courageous move on her part. Of course, now, you had the opportunity to either take advantage of this clean start or not, and from what I hear, you decided to kind of turn things around in your own life.
Exactly. You know, it was definitely a culture shock when I came here.
Really? 3 Rivers to Chicago? Wow.
Yeah, but I was surrounded by some very positive people. My wife's mother, actually, she was, you know, one of the first people to embrace our family really and you know, welcome us into the community and make sure everything was going good for me and my brother in school and making sure we were fitting in and things like that.
Yeah.
So
she was actually the guidance counselor in middle school when you started there? Okay.
Yeah.
And so academically you started turning things around and you really started getting into the whole sports thing.
Yep. Well, not initially.
Okay.
You know, it took a while for me to completely turn around.
Okay.
By the
Gia says it's not actually completely turned around yet.
by the time you know, I got into high school and things like that, my mind was right. I was, you know, in sports. I surrounded myself with a lot of positive people that you know, helped me along the way.
Right, exactly. And so then you ended up playing 3 sports?
Yep, I played 3 sports. I ran track, played basketball, and football.
And would you say you ran the 100 in again?
10.8 was my fastest.
10.8, yeah, and I reminded him that my fastest was 10.4. That wasn't a joke. Of course, back in those days it was 100 yards on 100 meters, but I leave that part of the story out. I didn't have to run quite so far.
I didn't doubt that you ran that time.
Yeah, you should doubt it, but I really did. And so anyway, while you're there, you know, you're playing sports, and that's when you meet Gia, okay, who's also a Three Rivers graduate. Yes. Exactly. And then your career path took you to Western. Yep. Right, while Travis is finishing up high school. Yep. And after you had a stellar career, right? Stellar career. Okay, I have no doubt that because all the D1 college scouts, Three Rivers is their #1 place to look for athletes, right? That's where they look.
That's where they should look.
They just overlooked us. We actually have.
They overlooked you.
Yeah.